Hello everyone and welcome to my last video of 2022. So let's go through all the videos I made this year while I show you a New Year's Eve makeup look. So let's scroll all the way to the first video of the year. I posted quite a few this year, this much to be exact. So the first video of the year was a vlog. It was random vlogging part 126 and I ended the year on 178. So I definitely made a lot of vlogs this year. But this vlog contains stuff that still happened in December of the previous year, which is always the case with vlogs, they always lag a bit behind. But the first makeup tutorial I did this year was my foundation routine. I had been doing my foundation without applying foundation a lot in the previous few months, and that's where I would apply my highlighter and my contour and blend that together into a full face look. And I really wanted to document that version of doing it so that I can refer to the different ways I've done my makeup in the past. I know your technique always changes, but you don't really realize it while you're doing it. So I thought this would be worth documenting, so to say. And it's always nice to have a recent foundation routine video, which, speaking of which, you should probably do a new one if you'd like to see that. But I decided to start the year out with something simple, something normal, a traditional makeup tutorial. Next we have a vlog, because I was trying to go in the pattern of vlog, video. This was still our Christmas holiday period. Then I did my morning routine and then my evening routine after another vlog. I could have done both in the same video, especially since both are very similar, but I know some people want to know morning versus evening, so I decided to do them separately. And this is another example of me wanting to document things to see how things change over time. Then I started with my declutter series. That is where I went through everything I owned and threw out all the stuff I didn't need, because at this point I was aiming to move abroad and I was like, if I'm gonna move, I'm not taking a bunch of junk with me. So I went through everything and I looked at what I wanted to keep and what I didn't want to keep, which I think was a good thing to do overall, and I could definitely do it again. But I decided to make a series out of it to try and make a series from beginning to end and learn what all of that entails. I started off by decluttering my clothes and managed to get 2 videos out of that because I had a lot of clothes to go through. And these 2 videos did really well, so I was very optimistic for the rest of my declutter series because they seemed to be well received. But then the next one I posted was decluttering my desk, and it took a minute to get some views, but I was like, it's okay, it's a new series, it's what it is. But then when I posted my book review and book declutter, that's when the views went down, and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess people just watch for the clothes at the beginning, but I'm still going to see this through because I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I liked my own content. I like what I had to say in my book review, and I like what I had to say in my notes and journals declutter, so I definitely still wanted to put that content out there, but it took me literal hours to edit these videos, and that's because I use these videos as an excuse to learn how to do overlays. And I had recently started using a new editor which had the ability to do overlays because I used to do a very lengthy process to get overlays, and then the overlay would be the whole screen. I couldn't have it up in the corner, so I figured out how to do it the right way through doing this series, which I'm very happy about because now I can do it. It still takes time because it's an extra step to editing, but I know how to do it now. But this was not the best time in life to be editing these videos because I had a lot of other things going on. So these videos ended up coming out much later than I had planned on. I wanted them to finish before Valentine's Day, but that was not happening. So when I realized that, I then filmed a Valentine's Day video where I was talking about my worst date ever. I actually had to refilm this video because the first half was nice and the second half wasn't. So I refilmed the second half, and then I'm very happy with how it turned out then. But funnily enough about this video, I didn't get around to actually telling the specific story that inspired me to do this video. So I want to tell this story for the coming Valentine's Day video, but I don't know if it's like long enough to be its own video, but we'll see. I'll be filming that and we'll see how it goes. But while I like acknowledging Valentine's Day every year, the declutter series was not done, so next I decluttered all of my kitchen stuff, which was a pretty lengthy video, but it's something that I'm very glad I got done because I had a lot of kitchen stuff because Aiden and I kind of put our stuff together and then our stuff didn't really match, so we kind of used one set over the other set, but they made a bunch of stuff sitting in storage and that was just a waste of space, so I went through and got rid of a lot of things. But at this point we were already into February and I still hadn't done my annual interview, so I made sure to get that up, and I had a lot of fun with this video. I like being able to look back on things like this. It really is the type of time capsule video I want it to be, and I already filmed my 2023 interview video, so keep an eye out for that. But I'm just glad I got it done, even though it was late. But the declutter series was still not done. I wanted it to be 10 episodes in total, but like I said, they were taking incredibly long, but I didn't want everything else to come to a stop because the declutter series was taking so long. So I kind of just pushed through. I included Aiden in the video and we decluttered the storage area together. And then I decluttered the tiny house, which is surprising how much junk ended up in there in the short amount of time we were staying there. But then I also decluttered my phone gallery in 2 sections. It took a lot of time to go through everything in my gallery, so I got 2 like 25+ minute videos out of it. And I think they're very cool. I had a lot of fun filming it. I had a lot of fun going through everything, and it was great to have a clean gallery. I initially thought I would do a video like this every year where I declutter my gallery. I'm just worried if I do it again now, you'll see a lot of the same things because I do keep a bunch of pictures. But moving on, I then went to get a pedicure and made a video out of it. I really wanted to go for a pedicure, okay? I decided I wanted to go for one and I waited until I had the opportunity, but I wanted to justify the expense and the experience. So I was like, if I film it and I get a video out of it, then it was worth doing. So I'm gonna get a pedicure and I'm gonna film it. And it was a relatively nice pedicure and I got a decent amount of views, so I'm very happy with that. Moving on, we're back to vlogging. I took a break from vlogging because I was behind on editing. If you're paying attention to when I posted these videos, there was a bunch of gaps in between. It wasn't 2 to 3 videos a week the way I usually do. And that's because, like I said, this year was chaotic. I have mentioned this a few times now, but the beginning of the year, I was kind of cramming my honor studies into one semester and we didn't have a place to stay and we were driving into town every day. So it was very, very busy. There's a lot of stuff happening and I ended up spending my nights staying up until midnight to submit assignments instead of to edit videos. So my channel really did fall on the back burner. But when I started catching up again, I started editing all the vlog footage I had because I was vlogging even though I wasn't editing. So I started off with a vlog of something that happened back in January where I was doing meal prep for the new year and I went out with my mom. I then posted a vlog where I introduced our kitten to the internet. I got a new cat called Cabby and she's the cutest thing ever. She was actually meant to be a Christmas gift from my mom, but my mom didn't know if we could actually take her or not because we might be coming back to town and getting an apartment, and having a pet makes it hard to have an apartment and all that. So my mom heard me talking about all that and she didn't know if I could take a cat. So after Christmas, she sat me down and asked me, would I like a cat, because she knows I've been talking about wanting a cat and she has one I can have if I wanted, because a friend of hers had kittens and she'd arranged that I can have one of them if I want. And I was like, absolutely yes. And she was like, well, fantastic, she will be dropped off in the morning. And I was thrilled and had to share my excitement with the internet, so you got a whole vlog about it. But then it's a vlog about when we came to town. This is still when we were sitting on the farm. And then I filmed an unboxing. I filmed this because with how hectic everything was, I didn't really have a filming setup or any time to film. And I didn't just want to be posting vlogs indefinitely. So I was like, okay, let me film some type of video. And then I got this box of goodies from the university and I was like, well, people like unboxings. I'm going to look through this in anyways. Let's make a video out of it. And I did, and I had a lot of fun. Then I posted another vlog about me being on campus and starting with my classes. And I posted a bunch of vlogs again because I wasn't filming actual videos. So there was one about the protests on campus and then me being in the lab a lot. Then we have me going out with my sister and me being on campus, like I said. That doesn't stop being a theme this year. Then I have a vlog that I never completed the title. Usually I edit it before it goes up, but I uploaded and scheduled this and didn't do all the metadata. So this video just kind of went up and I never went back to add it. So I will be doing that so we can all see what this video is about. But then I finally posted a video again because I wanted to post an update on what is happening in my life. So this is the video you should go watch if you want to know why the beginning of the year was so hectic. But I sat down and I filmed a life update and I did a fun kind of different makeup look and kind of just explain what was going on. And I also put June 2022 in the title so that when you look for Zelda Festival life updates, you can see when they were. And I kind of want to film a new one because a bunch of stuff is about to change going into the new year. So I feel like this is a good time to kind of say where we are at. I then also filmed a bunch of clips that you would have seen in vlogs after this, where I then explain what was happening behind the scenes, because since I wasn't editing my vlogs, I didn't really know what you were seeing and I didn't really realize where you needed explanations of what was going on and not. So I ended up doing those explanations afterwards, after I had filmed this video, so that all the random clips made sense. Next up is a vlog about an EC event I arranged, then a vlog about me working in the lab until late. Then thank heavens I filmed another video again. This is what we were pet sitting, so I had like a place to film, and it was a bit of a term break, so I had a little bit of a breather. So I decided to film an unpopular opinion video because they're always loads of fun. And because I had the opportunity to film, I had to make the most out of it. So I then also did a root spray review, which is something I'd been meaning to do for a while because I bought the root spray back in December and I was unhappy with it. But I was like, I want to tell the internet about it because if I wasn't happy, I don't want someone else to make the same mistake. So I got the video out there. Then again, a vlog because I wanted to be video vlog to some extent. But then I also filmed, but then after that it'll jump back or jumping forward again to where I filmed a no makeup look. I like doing those occasionally, even though they don't do too well. They're not super popular videos, but I do think it's good to have that normal content out there so that we don't all fall into the trap of believing that everyone is full glam all the time. Then you can see the vlog from when I was filming all of these videos, which means my vlogs and videos were a little bit in sync, which is something I quite like. The next vlog is about where we went to our first dinner on campus, which was lovely, followed by the video of where I did my makeup for that evening, which I think turned out so nice. It's such a basic look and I was so rushed, but I really like the way it turned out. So I'm so glad I ended up filming because I was wondering if I was going to have time to do that or not. But now you can see we have a pretty consistent vlog video type of pattern because we're in the second half of the year where I had a little bit more time to film and I was catching up on my vlogs again. And I was pretty up to date with my vlogs, which was a pretty good feeling. So I managed to get 2 vlogs out before the next video. And then I started a pattern of 2 vlogs, 1 video. The next video is one I filmed my mom's place when she moved out. I knew years in advance that I wanted to film a video in my mom's place the day she moves out. And it was kind of weird that the day was already here, but I had so much fun filming this video and I had so much fun including all the pictures and talking about all the time we spent in that house. I think it's a good video to have and I'm so glad I got to do it. But shortly after this, it was my sister's birthday and I posted the vlog of where we went out to go celebrate together. Also posted about all the things I'm doing as an EC member because that was a continuous part of life at this point. I filmed an apartment tour from where we were staying at the beginning of the year and that did relatively well. I love doing apartment tours even though they're always so short and we don't get to do them often. So when the opportunity exists, I will absolutely be filming one, even though we only stayed in this place for like 2 months, but that is not the point. I then vlogged when we had a sick scare because Aiden and I were both sick and we didn't know what was going on. And I then vlogged a bit of a grocery haul because inflation has been hectic this year and I'm sure everyone can agree about that. And I don't really want to dive into the finances of it, but I do want to have a record of what things used to cost because it's always so bizarre looking back and trying to remember what it was compared to what feels normal now. And I like having it documented to compare to at a later date. So even though it wasn't the best quality video, I think the information is a good thing to have out there. But this is around the time that we were staying in an Airbnb over the holidays and I got to film again. So I filmed a chat to get ready with me just to get back into filming and just chat about whatever and do a look I've been meaning to do for quite a while, which was such a blast. I also vlogged a lot while I was staying in this apartment, showed it to you and just told you what was happening. And I also vlogged going out with my family because it was approaching my birthday and birthday celebrations had already begun. But I managed to squeeze in one more video where I did a black smoky eye and where I do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation because that is something I always had an issue with. I hate seeing people do their eyeshadow on their upper and lower lid and then go in with their foundation and not mess up their eyeshadow. I couldn't understand how they did it. So I tried to figure out how to do that on my own and I put it in a video so that if anyone else is confused the way I was, there is a video for you out there on it. But then it was officially my birthday, so you have 2 vlogs about me celebrating my birthday with my family. I'm glad I got that much content out of it because I feel like I didn't film enough, but I did and I really like these videos. They're not the most cinematic things out there, but I'm glad I got to enjoy my birthday because the last few years being locked down and all that, I didn't get to do so much. So I got to celebrate by filming it. And then of course I did a get ready with me on my birthday and I had to post that for you close to the vlogs. I didn't want this video to come out a few vlogs later, so my birthday is like old news by the time it came out. I wanted them to come out like this and I'm very happy that it did. But then next in life we were still staying in the Airbnb and I was working on my research paper, so I wasn't doing enough stuff to vlog the whole time, so I started falling behind in vlogs. So I dipped down to 1 vlog 1 video for a bit. So the next video I have is where I did a fake freckles tutorial, which I think is super cute. You should check it out. I then vlogged a little bit of behind the scenes because that's all that was really happening before posting a story time. This is the first video that I shared on my Instagram for a while. I don't always promote my YouTube on my Instagram because it's not like I'm a big fancy creator and you expect that from me. My Instagram's definitely still more friends and family than anything else, so I don't want to continuously push my content on people, but I thought this was a cool video, so I put it out there for people to see. My sister then left the country for a while, so we vlogged taking her to the airport, and I then posted a video in my first office. I love my random places tutorials. I love doing them and showing you different places and telling you about them, especially now that they're becoming places that have some kind of meaning to me and not just random places. This was more, I can tell you about the office and tell you about all the committees I've been a part of, while it's still being a fun, why are you doing your makeup in a random place video. So I definitely enjoy the direction this series has been going in, and I ended up doing a lot of random places tutorials, as you will see. But again, my vlogs were up to date, so the things that I'm vlogging are kind of in tune with what I'm filming, and you're getting some behind the scenes. I filmed a wear test that I should have done ages ago because I got this foundation so long ago and just never got around to doing a wear test for absolutely no reason. But then I decided I needed a new video. I've been meaning to do a wear test. Let's do it and get it done. And I only posted this video 2 months ago, and now I have a new foundation that I want to do a new wear test on. But for when that one comes out and you're interested in seeing the rest, I do have a playlist with all my wear tests in them so that you can go through that if you're browsing for a new foundation. Here you can see is the behind the scenes of a video I did relatively. Then I'm posting the behind the scenes of the office video I did, and now you can see that my vlogs are getting a bit ahead of my videos, or rather behind. My videos are getting ahead of my vlogs, and I don't really like that. I don't like it if you see the look in the vlog before you see the video, but I also don't want the behind the scenes to be old news by the time it comes out. I really prefer it if it's more in sync, but that never works because I binge film and then edit, and that's not the same case for vlogging, so I guess you have to choose which one you prefer. But then we finally hit October, which means it was time for Halloween. So I filmed 3 looks for Halloween, which I explain in every one of these videos. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it, but I do one casual look that you can like wear to work if you want to, and that would be the cow print eyeliner. I've been meaning to do cow print for a while on my nails actually, and then I decided, you know what, why not do it on my face? And that's why you got this look. Then I have a vlog about what was happening on campus because in between all these videos, life is still happening. But then I have my easier Halloween look, but this is more for a Halloween party, so I did a werewolf look, which is something you can do no matter what skill level you were on. So if you're looking for a fun Halloween look, this would be it. Again, another vlog with big things happening in life. It's actually kind of random seeing how the life events are like popping up in between videos that were significant to me, but I do like the balance of vlog to video coming out in that type of way. But then for my big Halloween look, something a little bit more complex, something more striking, I did a zombie look. I was very impressed with this look because I was worried it wasn't going to work out, and I was very happy with it, so I will still be talking about it for a while. But then I have one more vlog about where I went out with Aiden's family before the big Halloween video, and this is where I usually do some kind of photo shoot for Halloween, and this is more fun than actual makeup, a little bit more about the photo shoot than about the makeup. And I don't think this did that well because people aren't familiar with the concept of black-eyed kids, but I think it was loads of fun and I thoroughly enjoyed the pictures, so I'm glad I did it regardless. Then I went on a camp, and because it was a long camp and I got a lot of footage, I got 2 vlogs out of it. So we're back to 2 vlogs to 1 video, which means I'm uploading 3 videos a week, which is how I want to do it if I have all the time in the world to edit things the way I want to edit things. I then did my makeup in a pool because I was on a bit of a random places tutorial kick and I wanted to do more of them, and it was such a beautiful pool. How could I pass up the opportunity? I shared some vlogs about where I was going to interviews and looking for jobs and a little bit of behind the scenes, and then I posted doing my makeup in a bathtub because, like I said, random places tutorials, I wanted to get a few of them done. I think this video got a lot of views because it's in a bathtub and not because anyone actually likes the makeup look, which is a bit unfortunate, but I had a lot of fun filming it, so I posted it. I then vlogged more about me interviewing for different positions because I was considering working next year, and also vlogged our last fancy dinner of the year. And then because one of the interviews actually worked out, I got to do a random places tutorial in the lab of the place where I was doing my internship at. How exciting. I then have 2 vlogs that follow this video, but only one of them is currently up. There's some stuff I had to remove in the background because I filmed stuff at the internship I was at that couldn't actually be seen in public, and like I didn't quite understand what you can and can't show, so I had to go back and edit it again. But that video does exist and I can make it public again. I just have to actually do that. But I did find out that you can edit things after you've uploaded it to YouTube, and you don't have to entirely remove the video. You could just crop things out or blur things out and then make the video public again, which is very super cool. I appreciate that. I then have my annual shower routine video. This is another example of a time capsule video that I try and do semi-frequently or on an annual basis so that you can see how things change with time, and every time it's a different shower, which is loads of fun. I finished editing this video the day of. I didn't expect myself to actually get it up on time, so I'm very glad I did. But then in Vlogland, it was Aiden's birthday and I took him out for dinner. I then had to go cut my nails, and of course I had to make a whole video out of that because we all had to mourn the loss of my long nails. And I'm surprised how used I am to my short nails now because they felt so weird when I just cut them. But after that I went to a send-off event, which was lots of fun, and I got a new sewing machine and made a whole vlog out of that. I could have made it a whole video, but I didn't do it like formally enough and present it properly to make it a whole unboxing video. So instead I was like, let's just leave it as a vlog. That's what I was planning to do with it in anyways. And because we're now approaching the end of the year, I had Instagram pics my makeup, which I think is my last makeup video of the year, which is a video where I go through all my Instagram posts of the year and explain everything behind the scenes there for you, similar to what I'm doing now with my YouTube videos. And then I have 4 vlogs about me wrapping up my internship and getting ready for the holiday season and what we've been doing in that regard. And then we have the video you are seeing now. I was going to post my bullet journal flip through this year, but I ended up running into issues editing it. My computer crashed and I had to re-edit the whole thing, and I was not going to finish it on time. So I was like, that's okay. But then that is a wrap for this year. I hope you enjoyed all this year's videos as much as I enjoyed making them. And I hope you are as excited for everything coming next year as I am, because I have a bunch of exciting ideas. Here's just to hoping I get around to all of them, and then I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.